Welcome, grade 4. This is Natural Science and Technology, Term 2 examination. This is what is called your June examination. So we will be going through this practice test. Welcome to my classroom. I am Sir Rudolph Matumbo. I am a professional teacher. I hold a degree in education and I am SAYS registered. If you need revision with all CAPS aligned subjects, you are in the right place. Please subscribe for more revisions. If you need private tutoring, please contact me using the contact details provided in the description of this video. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. So straight away we go to section A. Question 1 says, label the following pictures, living or non-living. So this means that you will say if this picture is a living or a non-living thing. So is it living or it does not live? So let's go to the pictures. So what is this? This looks like an ice. It looks like an ice. Is ice living or non-living? It's non-living. So what is this? This looks like a dog. Is a dog living or non-living? It's a living. What is this? I think this looks like a tin. I'm not so sure, but it looks like a tin. Is tin a living or non-living? This is non-living. So what is this? It is a tree. Is tree living or non-living? It is a living thing. Question 2. Question 2 says, name the different states. So here we're talking about states of water in the picture. So we want to name the different state of this water. When we look at this, what do we see? We see an ice. So this is ice. So what is the state of ice? It's solid. So this is an ice and its state is solid. All right, we come here. What is this? This is a steam. So this is water, but it's in a different state or in a different form. So what is the name of this state? We call it gas. Gas. So this water is in a form of a gas. All right. So this, what is this? This is water. So what is the state of this water? We said this is solid, this is gas. What is the state of this? So this is liquid. So we're done with number 2. Let's go to number 3. Question 3. Question 3 says, match. Then it means we're going to match the raw materials. It means we've got the raw material to the finished product. So we match it with the finished product. Color the matching blocks in the same color. So it means you'll have to use, I don't have colors, but if you have colors, you will color. For an example, if this block matches with this one, it means that they will have the same color. If this one matches with this one, they will have the same color. So that's how they expect you to do it. But because I do not have the colors, I will only draw arrows to show you which one matches with what? So we have got wood and fiber. Wood and fiber as the first one. Which product does it match with? Does it match with a mug? No. Carpet? No. Window? No. Newspaper? Yes. So this one matches with this one. We have got material, and this material is sand. Which product does sand match with? A mug? No. A carpet? No. A window? Yes. So sand matches with window. So sand matches with the carpet, with the product window. So we have got the clay. Clay, what does it match with? Does it match with newspaper? No. Window? No. Carpet? No. Mug? Yes. Clay matches with mug. All right, wool. Obvious. We are left with what? With carpet. So it means wool matches with carpet. So these are raw materials, and these are the products that are made out of these raw materials. It means wood makes newspaper, sand makes windows, clay makes mugs, wool makes carpets. All right, straight away we move to question 4. Color in true or false. So you have got true or false here. So what you do, you color them in. Again, I do not have a color. I don't have color pencil. But you as learners, you are expected to have your coloring pencils. So you should color as they ask you. All right, let's look at the first one. Gems are non-living. So they say gems are non-living because they are too small to see with naked eye. Is that true or false? The answer is false. The answer is false. Gems are living. Gems are living. It does not matter if you can see them with a naked eye or not, but gems are living things. Right, there are 7 processes of life, true or false? And the answer is true. We have got 7 processes of life. Yeast appears dead, but can carry on living given the right conditions. So they say yeast appears dead. It looks like it is dead, but it can carry on living given the condition. Is it true or false? And the answer is true. When you look at yeast, it looks like it is dead. But when you put it in a condition, maybe in a wet condition, it continues to live. Feeding, breathing, and not growing are 3 of the 7 life processes. So they say feeding, breathing, and not growing. Not growing. They say up 3 processes of 7 lives. And this is false, and I will tell you why. Feeding, yes. Breathing, yes. But here, not growing. It should be growing. If it is not growing, then it is not growing is not part of the life of the 7 life processes. So that's why it is incorrect, or it is false. All right, let's move to question 5. Question 5 says, fill in the missing words. We should fill in missing words to complete the sentences. Non-living things cannot carry out all of the life processes. We said all what? 7. So all 7. Non-living things cannot carry out all 7 of the life processes. Then plants need air, water, and what to grow? What else do they need? Yes, they need air, they need water, but what else do they need? They need soil. So that's why they are planted on soil. There are different kinds of habitats, such as, what are the different kinds of habitats? So we have got habitats like grassland, we have got grasslands, we have got forests, we have got a river, we have got a sea. So you write either one of these, you got it correct. Okay, we skipped this one. We skipped C. Animal shelters can be natural, such as what? Animal shelters. So we want examples of animal shelters. It can be nests for birds. It can be shells. It can be hollows. Some they live in hollows. In trees. In trees. Like that. So question 6 says, describe the properties of raw and manufactured material. So properties of raw and manufactured material. So here they are stiff or flexible. They are hard or soft. They are waterproof or absorbent. They are light or heavy. They are strong or weak. So you can choose any pair and you write here, it will be correct. Then we quickly go to section B. Section B, question 1. Explain the difference between the states of matter in a solid, liquid, and gas. So you explain them. All right. Solids keep their shape. So solids keep their shape. This pen is solid, so it means it cannot change its shape. So this shape remains like this. So that's what we mean when we said solids keep their shape. All right. Liquids flow and take on the shape of their container. So liquids, for an example, water, they flow and they take the shape of their containers. So if you put water in a glass, it will take the shape of that glass. If you put it in a four corner or in a rectangular container, it will take the shape of that container. So liquids take the shape of the container that you put them in. So the last one is gas. Gas spreads. It spreads out and has no definite shape, but can be contained. So gas, it always spreads out and it has no definite shape. You cannot tell me the shape of a gas, but it can be contained. But we can contain them. For an example, you can blow gas into a balloon. That's what it meant when they say you can contain them. It can be contained. Question 2 says, describe the difference between raw materials and manufactured materials and provide an example of each. All right. So, raw materials are from nature, e.g., woods, sand, manufactured materials are man-made from raw materials, e.g., paper, glass, or plates. So the difference is that raw materials are from nature, so they are natural. For an example, wood and sand. Manufactured materials are man-made. That is the difference. These are natural, these are man-made, meaning that they are made by people from raw materials, e.g., paper. Paper is made by people using raw materials like wood. Glass is made by people using raw material like sand. And even plates are made by people. So these are your manufactured materials and these are raw materials. Question 3 says, draw a diagram of water cycle. So we need to draw a diagram of water cycle explaining the various phases of the state of water. All right. How are we going to draw this? Remember the state of water, we have how many? We have got solid, we have got liquid, and gas. So those are the phases or the states that we should show. So the first, let's see if we can draw an ocean. How do we draw an ocean? Something like this, right? So an ocean should be like this. So this is water. This is water. And this water is in the state of liquid. So this is a sea in a state of liquid. So, okay, maybe let's do it like this. Let's cancel this and let's have our C here. So this is a C. Yes, this is a C and it's water. We said water is liquid. Liquid water. So this water here from the sea can rise So water can rise forming condensation. So this is water rising, and in here when this water rise, they become gas. So this water, when it's heat, maybe we can put a sun here. This is sun. When this our sun burns the water evaporates and moves up. The water becomes a gas or a steam. So when they get up there, they form condensation. They form ice-like attachments. So they become ices. And these ices now, they are solids. They are solids. So these clouds in a form of clouds. This is in a form of clouds. So when these clouds move, so this is the same clouds that has got solids of 1. Then when this water melt, then they come down in a form of rain. So they come down in a form of rain. So this water goes back to the sea. This is the circle that shows because water goes up and this solid goes down again to the water in a form of liquid, and this water goes. So the process goes round and round and round and round again. Question 4. Question 4 says, organize using numbers the following sentences into correct order to show your understanding of the paper making process. So you organize them in order. So it means when you come here, you read this sentence, you will decide which one comes first and which one comes after which. So the pulp is put through a fine mesh and squeezed to get rid of excess water, then sent through a series of hot rollers to dry and press to look like the paper were known. This cannot be the first one. The trees are felled, transported to the factory, cut into wood, chips, and boiled. Yes, this is the first step in the making of the paper. So the first thing that they do, they chop down trees, they transport them to the factory, and there they boil them. So okay, let's look. The paper is stored on rolls and cut into different sizes. This cannot be the second one because yes, because here now we have got the paper already. So it means the second step is this one, where after boiling they take the pulp and put it through a fine mesh and squeeze it to get rid of the excess water, then send through a series of hot rollers to dry and press to look like the paper we know. So this is 1, this is 2. So obviously this will mean it's 3. The paper is stored on rolls and cut into different sizes. All right, section C, question 1. Study the image, this image, of the dog kennel, this dog kennel. Evaluate the state of the kennel and state whether you feel this is a good or a bad design. All right, so this question is based on your understanding. When you look at this design, what do you think about it? They say it's a dog kennel, meaning that this is a shelter where a dog should live. So I would say this design is bad. I think this design is bad because a shelter should protect from the sun. Yes, this can protect the dog from the sun. It should protect the dog from cold, but it is not closed up for cold. It means here wind can just blow however it wants. So this shelter does not protect the dog from cold conditions. So because of that, I think it is bad. This is a bad design. So that's why we should stick with that one, the old design that we always have of a dog. That is something like this, because this one closes the dog inside, and from this one the dog is protected from the sun, is protected from the cold and many other different kinds of weather. But this one, no, it's not good, it's bad. So question 2. Question 2 says, study the graph below and answer the question. So this is the graph that we should study and answer questions that follow. Graph showing pillar strength. So this graph shows pillar strength. We have got the hexagonal, which rises to 4. A square rises to 4. Cylindrical, it rises to 10. Triangular, it rises to 4.5 or 4.6. So the first question says, supply labels for the x and y axis. So it means here we should label this side, which is y axis, and we label this side, which is x axis. So what are the y axis? This is a these are y axis. Yes, y axis are column shape. So it means if we were a labeling, we were supposed to write column shape. This side is a column shape. So x-axis, which are these axes, they are number of books. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So this is how we number it. So question 2 says, which shape is the strongest and why? When you look at this shape, which one is the strongest? The strongest is cylindrical. So it is a cylindrical because it has no corners, because corners causes weak points. So, and another reason is that the weight is equally distributed. Thanks for watching this video up until this point. It shows that you are serious about your education. Remember, if you want to learn something, repetition is the mother of all learning. So it is very important that you keep on repeating this video until you grasp all the concepts that I explained here. If you feel that there are some things that I didn't cover in this video, please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section.